Hi everybody, we're back in effect, and I actually went to Da Nang this week and met up with my co-host, I'm Mai. We're doing a show,
Nice to meet you.
holiday weekend, right?
Yeah.
And we just talking. I think it was Fall in Saigon on April 29th,
Mm-hmm.
1975, or something like that. I think you guys celebrate the holiday, the
Yeah.
Independence Day on the
Independent
30th.
Day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. Historical, but yeah, with the Da Nang, right down the street from the beach, really beautiful city. They actually had a lot of great accolades here recently about the nice airport, which I actually just went through. I didn't even get to enjoy the airport that much. I was like, man, I need to go to my hotel room. But yeah, really nice. Went to an ICP thing this week. I was actually at ICP workshop last night
Yeah.
in
What was
Ho
it?
Chi Minh City. It was nice. I mean, they really didn't talk too much about the technical side of things. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was just kind of like a get together. One of the main guys, I believe he's from Ireland. Him and a couple people. One of them,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually part of the team, and they're just talking about what they plan on doing
Mm.
in the crypto space here, and trying to get a lot of the people involved, a lot of the youth, a lot of the devs, and you know. So it was interesting, but they seem like they have a lot of the game plan of some of the other players that's coming in, building
Yeah.
up the market here, trying to attract talent. But this is what we're doing in Vietnam. But I always like to go get the swag. That's what I like. Get the nice swag. This one's actually got a pretty cool bag. I don't want to do too much on the show, but yeah, you see, it got the nice
Oh,
design on the
yeah,
back too.
nice one.
Yeah, this was. I was like,
Yeah, what a
man.
pity I cannot
I
join
was like, man, yeah, you should have showed up, or maybe you should call Kelly.
that.
But but yeah, there's a lot that's been happening this week. You wanted to say something to what you was talking about first about the military or
Yeah.
some of the
So
war stuff
so
going
for
on.
the last 2 weeks, I was like full time into like trading Bitcoin, and I got some trouble with the dump of Bitcoin by the military of Iran and Israel. It
Oh
caused
wow.
like a big red one, red candle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I lost a lot of money.
So they said that was the government that was dumping the Bitcoin. They
Yes,
were selling.
the government they want to
Wow.
invest more into the
Oh.
army, into the war, so they just dump everything they got.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were that much into it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a lot of big players that are into it. I seen something also about there were some plans for Venezuela
Mm-hmm.
to actually trade its oil with USDT. So they actually plan on using that to get around the sanctions, which I thought was pretty clever and interesting. Of course,
Yeah.
I don't think the U.S. government.
I think like every
I,
government now is getting some hand on the Bitcoin.
right,
Yeah, on crypto.
or stable coin or
Yeah,
whatever.
true.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting and crazy time. But
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know. I really think that if the government, if any government is trying to control another one, I mean, I think to some extent, depending on what they're doing, if they're doing something that's really heinous, yeah. But I if it's just for the sake of trying to control the government because you don't like the leader,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's really kind of it's you're putting forth the bad policy, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame Venezuela for trying to
Yeah.
go around. I mean, hell, their currency's been devalued. I mean, yeah, their elections. There's been a lot of things in the news. One of the guys that actually went down there that I actually follow, George Galloway, he's a guy that's in the British Parliament. He actually went down there and he actually said that their election wasn't that bad. So I don't know.
Mm.
I think there was some sort of picking and choosing that the
Yeah.
U.S. and Western powers want to do. They want to put somebody in there that they can manipulate and control
Yeah.
and
I
get
think.
control of that oil
Yeah, I
because they
think
have a lot of oils.
politics now have more influence on like crypto
Yeah,
than ever.
yeah. Well, I think crypto is the means for them. These governments that have been you know, on the losing side of some of
Mm,
these political battles. I think this is their way to get out of these, conundrums where they can't do anything with their,
mm,
with because they're getting sanctioned or they're restricted from this SWIFT system. They can't
uh-huh.
sell their oil. They can't do this. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So you from US, right?
yeah.
How is the US government reaction to crypto, and what are their influence on crypto?
Well, I mean, over the past couple of years, it's been really, terrible. And we've
Mm.
talked about it. I think you wasn't on the show last week,
Yeah.
but yeah, we were talking about it a lot. The past couple of weeks, they've got so many things that are policy wise that are actually being proposed that are, you know, going against crypto.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a big anti-crypto bill. Of course, Elizabeth Warren's trying to promulgate that. I talked about that a little last week. Um, or the week before. And then, of course, SEC has been suing people and entities,
Mm.
left and right the past several months. And one of the big lawsuits, I think I was just sharing with you, is the one that they won against the MetaMask company.
Mm.
So, it makes no sense. They're trying to sue decentralized entities. They're trying to sue decentralized wallets, and their basis of their jurisdictional claim is that a lot of these transactions occur in America. So what? There's a lot of transactions that occur.
So maybe they feel insecure.
Yeah,
They got scared.
I think the banking lobby, the banking industry is scared.
Mm.
Because, but most banks, most big banks and central bankers, they have control over the governments. They work hand in hand, and so one hand washes the other. One of them covers the other too. So you have this interplay between the Fed and the big banking powers and the government. So they're wielding their power
Mm.
to try to prevent people from using a different monetary system or a different way to transmit their value. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. I think it's going down, man. I mean, there's no way that they can stop this because I don't think any technology. When you see any technology, you don't see technology go backwards. When people started, you know, driving, they didn't go back
Mm.
to walking. People start riding the bikes, they didn't go back to walking.
Yeah.
Um, People start using the computer, they didn't go back to just using tablets. I mean, people still use tablets, you know,
Mm. Yeah,
you
but they
know,
don't write
writing
handing
tablets.
anymore.
Yeah, nobody writes anything anymore. It's just, and technology once it's out of the bag. I mean, you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's a losing battle that they're going to try to fight. They can slow it down, but they're not going to be able to stop it.
Mm. So you think the bull run will be slowed down a bit by the government?
No, I think that the government, um, they're pulling out all stops
Mm-hmm.
in the U.S., but it's like they're playing whack a mole because you can't shut the internet off. I mean, blockchains reside on the internet, and the internet's already been global. It's been global for what, 30 plus years, 40
Yeah.
years almost. Um, and you're not going to be able to stop the internet. And
Mm.
blockchain resides on the internet because that's where the nodes and the validators are. They're all over the internet. Everybody can pick up, um, anybody can pick, not anybody, but most people can
Mm.
pick up and mine Bitcoin if they have the resources, Ethereum, and some of these other chains. You can, if you have connection or you have the wherewithal, you can actually have a node anywhere in the world. So as long as you have the internet, you're good.
Mm. So,
But
like, just off the record, where do you think the bank will be?
um, well, the banks like the forward-thinking banks or investment firms like BlackRock, they're
Mm-hmm.
they're they're ahead of the curve. They're like, okay, let's embrace it, let's adopt it, let's find a way that we can actually benefit from it, and that's what they did with their ETFs. That same with
Mm.
Fidelity, same with ARK Invest, and several other companies that are starting ETFs.
Yeah.
And the big ones, they actually started a couple in Hong Kong, which they're actually going live tomorrow.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm actually looking forward to that because I do have a little bit of Ethereum, and Ethereum is actually one of the ETFs that they're actually going to do in Hong Kong.
Hmm.
Now, it might not be as big as the ETFs that they did in the US because those have taken on a lot of, I mean, in a short time, they've taken on over a million Bitcoin.
Hmm.
And I mean, that's unheard of, you know. And I think that, tomorrow's going to be a interesting day. But, I don't think the US government is going to be able to stop anything because, like I said, there's too many financial players that are willing to adopt and utilize it,
Yeah.
and countries even, and well, they can't control the whole world. Those days are over. One country controlling the whole world, you're not going to have that. And I don't think it's a good thing. I think we need to have a multipolar world with different perspectives, and
Yeah.
be able to learn and embrace different
Yeah,
concepts.
I think they just got too many power, so that they scared to adopt to like a new entrance.
Yeah, they know that they're going to lose power and control. And the problem is they've been trying to use the dollar as a weapon for the
Mm-hmm.
past several years. The last couple
Yeah,
of
true.
presidents, they've been trying to use that as a weapon. Even today, I was just reading. Um, they're actually trying to seize some more assets from Russia,
Hmm.
and seize something out of somebody's bank account. And this kind of an abuse of power. And even some of
Yeah,
the
true.
European leaders were saying, hey, you guys are opening up a Pandora's box. I mean, if you guys start doing this, what if they start doing it? I mean, they're going to use the same sort of justification. So, you really can't implement these weird kind of policies and expect everybody to stay on to the monetary system you're on, especially when there's an alternative like crypto now. So, I mean, they're making their bed hard by
Mm.
doing this. But it's going to be an interesting year or two for with this bull cycle, and but like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to slow it down. I'm just glad I'm outside of America because they're not allowing anyone to operate in that space right now. I mean, they're
Oh,
going after OTC people, they're going after decentralized entities, and it makes no sense.
yeah.
And they're going back and forth like this whole there's a lawsuit with Consensus. Consensus had to sue the SEC. I mean, they jumped the gun. They said, okay, well, we're going to just sue these guys first.
Mm.
So and part of what they were arguing, it was just going through their really lengthy uh, legal brief, is that for years the SEC has basically allowed Ethereum to operate, and they basically said it was a commodity. And now, as soon as BlackRock and a few other the big financial institutions want to have an ETF, now they're going to try to say it's a security so that they can't have the ETF
Mm.
and start allowing people to invest in it, which is odd because it wasn't even 6 or 7 months ago where they said that it was a commodity. So how are you going to flip in 6 or 7 months? Usually, it takes time for illegal precedents to change. You know,
Mm.
it doesn't take several months, but there's always some sort of political um, angle on why this is being done. And I think, like I said, the motivation is big banks, the central bankers, and the government, which they work hand in hand. They're scared of losing their power.
Yeah, true. But like, I don't think the government can stop crypto now.
No,
True, yeah, because like you said, the internet is too globally now.
yeah,
But I think one thing that can slow down the bull run is the war. Yeah, like
yeah,
I mentioned before, is the Iran and Israel war,
yeah,
and because their money before they want to save, they want to have some kind of savings, so
right.
they invested in gold and maybe some like stocks, and one of the things that they choose to invest in is crypto.
Wow.
And at the time that the crypto, the Bitcoin just got its own time high. They
Right.
dump it to get
Right.
the profit for the war of them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let's hope they don't have a war. I think I did a show about 3 weeks ago. I think you and Mario were busy that day, and
Yeah,
Sahil
true,
was
true,
busy.
true.
But yeah, I was talking about that because I thought it was gonna seriously break out into a major war because you know that
Yeah.
when Iran attacked Israel back,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that was that. I think that kind of shocked everyone because Iran has always been like, okay, all right, we don't want no problem, because we know America's going to jump in and all these other Western powers going to jump. We don't know problem. But I think they shocked everybody because they sent like a slew of drones and missiles.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys I actually follow and listen to, I listen to a lot of alternative perspectives on the news. One of the military guys that I listen to is Scott Ritter. Now, this guy is a military expert. Used to actually be a nuclear. Um, he used to work for and investigate the nuclear program,
Yeah.
and he's actually he's actually kind of ambivalent. I mean, he don't take sides usually, but he gives like a clear perspective. And what he said was like, they really shocked Iran really shocked everybody because they struck three military bases in Iran and in Israel
Wow.
that had, you know, were supposed to be the most highly protected areas on the globe
Mm.
because they not only they were connected to three different
Yeah.
interballistic defense systems, one in the U.S. But one of those, I think it must have been a hypersonic.
Mm-hmm.
It was like several. They sent like seven hypersonic ballistic missiles, and five of them hit those bases.
Mm.
And I think everybody in Israel and U.S. that was thought they were just going to keep playing these games, bomb Iraq, bomb their embassy, bomb this. They thought they were going to. They thought that they were going to keep doing that. I think that awakened them to the fact that we can't keep doing that anymore.
Yeah. At some point, they will
But
fight back, and like,
yeah, it's a shame, man. I like peace. That's why I'm here. This is a peaceful environment.
yeah,
You know,
true.
I'm I'm really impressed. I've been here for 2 years. I've
Mm.
actually, I told you I first came to Vietnam one time, my first time in 2014. But you know, yeah, the people embrace me here. I mean, it's kind of like the opposite. If you go to America and you're a foreigner,
Mm.
good luck. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of the opposite. I mean, there's exceptions to that rule, but generally speaking, it's kind of antagonistic
Mm.
for foreigners to go to America, especially now. There's a lot of immigrants
Yeah.
that
I
are
think in America is dangerous for like everyone.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's not a safe place, and I used to come here. I came here several times before I moved, and I remember one of my coworkers. He kept asking me like, I come back 2 or 3 times. Is it safe over there? I said, man, are you crazy? I said, do you know somebody just got killed on my block? Like the week
Oh my
before
God.
at the convenience store, they just got shot. I said, you need to ask if I'm safe here in America. What are you talking about? I
Yeah.
said, we don't even have, there's no guns in Vietnam. So what are you talking about? But, everybody's got this misconception about Vietnam being a hostile, angry place. But,
Mm.
that's in the past. And, um, and I think it's might be from the Buddhist mindset
Mm.
that you guys have here. And, Buddhism is really big,
Yeah,
is
true.
that, you guys don't hold on to things,
Mm.
so all this stuff that happened in the past is like gone. you know I mean, yeah, you guys still recognize it, but
Yeah,
you don't hold on to it. You don't use
true.
that to guide your
Don't,
your actions. And
yeah, don't hold up your anger.
yeah, don't hold
You
your
will hold
anger.
up onto your like your joy family memories, but
Yeah,
not your anger.
yeah, they
Just let it go with the wind.
yeah, yeah. And you can actually sense that.
Yeah, it's very peaceful here.
Yeah,
Like the
very peaceful.
military of Vietnam, they protect our peace.
Yeah,
Quite
exactly.
the opposite in the US.
No, they go around making war on everybody. Yeah, it's kind of the opposite. And I hate to say that because I've had a lot of people in my family who's military. Some of them actually, one
Hmm.
of them actually was here. My uncle was actually here in '68,
Yeah.
But he was of the mindset, my mindset, that he's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna go and be killing nobody. So he actually came over here and he was really stern with them. He's like, look, if I go over there, I'm going to be working on cars. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think he even wrote the colonel. Yeah, I think it's my grandmother told me that story one time. He's like, they tried to change his role. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, I didn't say I was going to be on the front line shooting nobody. He wrote the colonel, and they actually was, okay, we're going to let you work on cars. So he actually worked on cars. Interesting story. For 6 months, he told me he was actually in Fubai.
Yeah.
Is it Fubai? Fubai?
Goodbye.
Fubai. It was not too far from. I want to say it was not too far from Wei. Fubai.
Goodbye
Fubai.
or Fukuoka.
No, it wasn't Fubai. Fubai. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was there for about 6 months working on vehicles, and
Mm-hmm.
he was training people to. He trained two guys.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't speak English. He didn't speak Vietnamese, but he somehow trained these guys to fix these vehicles over the period of
That's
But yeah,
intelligent.
that was his story. He told me it's pretty funny.
Yeah. But do you know one thing about the government of Vietnam is
Mhm.
they don't like changes. So it's very
Yeah.
hard to like, for example, for crypto to enter Vietnam.
Hmm.
If last time when we entered ETH Vietnam, they
Uh-huh.
got very hard to ask for permission
Right.
to host an event. Any event in Vietnam are the same. And even like, for example, if you want to build a building
Yeah.
in Vietnam, you have to ask for permission, and it
Oh
took
yeah.
long time to
Long
ask.
process. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's changing. I've seen a lot of stuff go up. I mean, is it um I see it. Well, you might be talking more so Hanoi, but
mm-hmm.
Ho Chi Minh City. There's still a lot of events
Yeah, because
every week.
they have more control in Hanoi than in Ho
Right.
Chi Minh City.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So Ho Chi Minh City is more like a free city.
The
So every
hardliners are in Hanoi
it's
then.
like a trend of Vietnamese is that they want to go to Ho Chi Minh City and stay there and work there instead of
Yeah,
staying in Hanoi.
yeah.
Yeah, so
But Hanoi's doing really well. They've got last time I seen they had a lot of their apartments are still getting sold out. A
yeah,
lot of the
true.
condos
If
sold
you
out.
if you work in crypto in Hanoi, you will meet like a lot of new projects growing
Yeah,
on, but they have to have a strong background to stay in Hanoi and to
right,
like to survive in Hanoi. But
right,
it's easier in Saigon. I see like
right.
many new and foreigners projects in Saigon.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
in
I can vouch for that. I've been
yeah,
there for 2 years, and I know that it's going to be. There's so many groups. There's
yeah,
so
true.
many
So many
so many
crypto projects.
crypto projects. There's so
Yeah.
many meetings. There's so many workshops. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
But like if
great
you are a
time.
Vietnamese project, you better be in Hanoi. It's easier to ask for permission and easier to like to know
Yeah,
the good like the power of people.
right. To get
Yeah.
on in the good graces with the
Mm-hmm.
right people. Yeah.
You have to be in Hanoi. Quite
But
complicated.
Coin Store is in Hanoi.
Singapore? No, in Singapore.
Oh, I thought it was based. But
No, it's
that's
based in
just
Singapore.
there's an office in Hanoi. I thought
No, no
no.
office.
Oh,
The
okay.
boss is in Hanoi.
That's what it is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got
But
it.
the boss of Vietnam is in Hanoi, but the office is based in
Office in
Singapore.
Singapore. Yeah.
Mm. But for example, any other projects, there's a lot of projects I know in Hanoi, and they
Right.
have a lot of like IT outsourcer. Who
Right.
they create projects in Hanoi. There's a lot of them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I know.
mostly
There's a few guys
most
that I
are
met
Vietnamese.
from Hanoi that were doing projects. I mean, they weren't. Um, these projects weren't on the up and up though. I kind of left these guys alone because these projects were. One of them was like a multi-level
Mm.
crypto project, and I had to tell the guys, look, man, I can't be involved in something like that because that's already, you know, um, as a U.S. citizen, I got to make sure that I'm doing something on the up and up. And if
Mm.
I'm getting, doing some multi-level stuff, multi-level also faces scrutiny in the U.S. I mean, there's some legitimate
Mm.
multi-level companies, of course, Amway, which I've seen actually Amway and
Yeah, yeah,
Herbalife here.
yeah.
But
I used to involve in Amway.
yeah,
Quite fun.
really,
Quite fun.
quite fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of lot of pump, 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 get motivated, and
Yeah, every day they
yeah.
just shout to each other.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's not. But yeah, they have several of those here that's multi-level in crypto. Like I said, I try to stay away from that. It's funny that I was saying this because the ICP. I was actually reading something about the ICP's head guy. He was saying something the other day. It was kind of funny, which goes along the lines of what we're
Hmm.
saying. He's like, there's still some of this snake oil element in crypto, and I don't know if you understand that saying, but there's a saying that you know if somebody's selling something like a snake oil salesperson, it's kind of shady, because back in the 1800s there would people go around in America and they would go around, they would be selling these oils and potions, and they would say that they was miracle potions,
Yeah.
and that it will cure cancer, it will fix their arthritis, and so that's kind of like what that means.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So it was funny because he had said that snake oil comment, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, hopefully that element, I see that it's still around in crypto. I mean, there's still some positive stuff that I see that's coming about with some of these new projects. Um, but yeah, this whole multi-level stuff, some of these other stuff that might clearly be a security, I tend to want to stay away from as well. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting day. But yeah, the bull
Yeah.
cycle's still going. I think we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I think that tomorrow's going to be a telltale sign of things to come.
Yeah.
We've heard estimates that Hong Kong ETFs are going to bring either half a billion to up to 25 billion
Mm.
into the Bitcoin and Ethereum
Yeah.
space,
Well,
and that should
actually,
give us another pump.
yeah, actually, this year is quite special because it's not just the pump of the bull run of crypto, but it's
Yes.
also the pump of like original economic, the like
The
global
re-
economic.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like after COVID-19,
Uh huh.
like now it's fully healed and
Right.
they're starting pumping the economic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very special, and I believe the crypto is going up and up.
I think that I think one of the things about COVID, and this happened to me, is that it gave a lot of people time to reflect.
Mm,
And of course, in America, there was a lot of people that were working remotely
mm,
because they closed the offices.
yeah,
And then some people was like, I don't want to go back to work. And then they start rethinking everything. Oh, my family time and my time at home is valuable. My money's valuable. Oh, maybe I invest in crypto. I did the same thing. That's when I started. It was during COVID.
oh,
You know, maybe I'll invest in crypto. I'll do something alternative that's not that's not traditional and conventional. I'll do something totally different. And there's a lot of people that I know that actually started at the same time, um, because of that. You got to rethink about things in the world.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I think this is a special time because there's, like you said, after COVID, the economy in the world is really not on good grounds either.
Yeah, they go on crisis.
Yeah, it's of course, Vietnam is still projected to be one of the top countries in the
Yeah,
world.
they still adapt.
Economically,
Yeah,
yeah, over the next 10 years, it was a good Forbes article. By 2030, it's going to be the top steepest
mm,
incline in wealth. But there's some segments of the economy here that's doing terrible. I know that the garment industry is terrible. Of course,
there's a lot.
Adidas and a couple of other manufacturers and their manufacturers that they're using
Yeah, it's
had
really
laid
good.
off thousands of people.
Yeah,
Man, it's just really terrible.
the employment here is quite bad. I have to say, not,
Yeah,
if not to say like terrible.
right.
Yeah. So like now people are starting to going to work for crypto because they work remotely. They work for other companies from abroad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm seeing that.
Mm-hmm. They're not in like traditional economy anymore.
Yeah. When you guys work over here, you guys work 3 or 4 jobs over here.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
just us
Yeah,
youngsters,
yeah. I like
just
you.
us
I know.
younger.
I was like, man, how many jobs? I used to ask you, like, how many jobs do you have? I might,
I
and I
cannot
know.
count. Cannot count. Yeah. Like got
But
a
there's
lot
a
of
lot of
pressure.
freelance stuff that you guys do
Mhm.
here too.
That's true.
Freelance.
There's a lot of pressure on us. So
Really?
yeah, true.
Why?
So because in Hanoi, you cannot find freelance job in Hanoi. You have to find freelance job in Saigon. It's easier.
Ah,
They
okay.
would accept you to
Got
work
it.
like remotely or hybrid, but have to be in Saigon.
Ah, okay, that's
In
what it is.
Hanoi, you
I
have
didn't
to
understand that.
go to office full time
Uh-huh.
and got no salary. Yeah, like it's like internship or
How
just like fresher,
how
but
can
like
they do that? That's
very low salary.
okay.
Internship, no
Yeah, see
salary.
that wouldn't fly in the U.S. because they do have labor laws over there.
Yeah.
Luckily, but
Well, we have
sometimes
labor
they
law.
don't really enforce them.
We have
Yeah,
labor
but you
law,
guys
but
have a
like
tough court system to get into. You just got to pay a lot of money to sue somebody, right?
uh, no, not much. But
Not much, but it's a long
we
process.
just choose to adapt.
Okay.
One another cause of Buddhism.
Now's the what?
The cause of religion in Vietnam. We would just like choose to
Okay.
keep the opinion to ourselves.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys kind of like just keep everything.
Mm.
Just okay. We're just gonna not say anything. Not gonna stir the water. Stir the pot.
Yeah, but like even if you choose some internship or some job with no salary, it's still hard for you to find jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, for like it's very hard for me
Uh-huh.
to find jobs in Vietnam. That's why I have to find jobs other in
Yeah, but
other countries.
you know how to invest in crypto. You do the other
Yeah.
things, so you're entrepreneurial, like a lot of the young people here.
I'm not scared of being
Yeah.
hungry. I can earn to have some food. I have food. Yeah, not scared of being hungry, but cannot afford a career path here.
Okay, for your Korean hot pot, you said.
Career path cannot afford a career path. It's very hard. It's very hard to be
Can't
honest.
find the Korean hot pot. You mean Korean hot? That's actually pretty popular. Is that what you mean, the Korean hot pot?
No, not Korean hot pot.
Oh,
Career path. Career path.
career path. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta
Sorry
get-
for my broken English.
I got to get up on my Vietnamese as well. So, I was actually at the store the other day and we was going back and forth with the guy for a few minutes. And I said, you know what? Let me just pull out my phone and do Google Translate. And I did.
You should listen Vietnamese. Yeah, should listen
I
Vietnamese.
do.
Except for anh.
I
Should
do.
listen
I
more
do.
Vietnamese.
I do know a lot of Vietnamese. Một chút. Tôi biết tiếng Việt một chút.
Yeah, maybe we can grab up with maybe some insider information. Do you have any other new coins that people can invest in?
Oh man. You know what? I'm really not looking for too many things. I was actually telling you a funny story I was looking at the other day. I would actually tell you the truth. I was actually looking for some, but I went through CoinGecko, and CoinGecko is one of the places where the listing companies, of course. So people that don't know, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, those are kind of like two of the most popular where you can look at all the top tokens. But I looked at one, and I looked at like the top three for the day. I think one of them went up 70, 80% for the day. I was like, okay, that's kind of odd. Let me look this one up. And it was called Grok. And I looked at Grok, and it was like a picture of a meme robot with glasses on it. So what the heck? They got another meme coin pumping? I said, wow, they got so many of these things. And so I got to investigate, and I looked at the website, didn't see anything that stood out as revolutionary. I looked at the chart. Oh man, this thing pumped like just out of the blue, and like just it shot up. The candle was like straight up, long candle, on the charts anyway. But so I looked at the Twitter feed, and the Twitter feed it was retweeting a tweet that Elon Musk did, and I was like, oh, here we go again. And the only thing he did was he tweeted the picture of their meme. That's it.
And the price
That's
pumped like
That's it.
70, 80%.
Yeah, and I was digging further, and there was some people, there was some conspiracy theorist lady, and she went on and on
You
in
know what?
Twitter how, oh yeah, this is evidence that it's going to be used for this and this and this and this and this. And I just checked today, and they put on their Twitter, we're not affiliated with Elon
Mm.
Musk. So they actually went and told the true story. Well, surprisingly, because they could have just rolled off of these conspiracy theories and these narratives, and they would have pretty pretty much sustained their growth. But yeah, I don't know, he must have just did that out of the blue to
So
help them out.
now I know which team is the most power team in crypto.
Yeah,
Marketing team of Elon Musk.
yeah, yeah.
Have to involve in that team.
You got to have somebody like that with that reach though to put your coin out there too.
Yeah.
But that was actually a fluke. But yeah, I can't get involved with some of these because you'll do all this investigating and you'll find out just like I find out. I mean, this guy was just pumping it. He just pumped it. Maybe he put a few tokens in there. Maybe he bought 1 million or 2 million or whatever, and he wanted to pump it and then dump it on everybody. So you don't know what this guy's doing. I mean, I really got nothing.
I wonder if he's a genius or he's a crazy
No,
man.
I think he's a genius as far as finding good niches and finding good businesses to get involved in. But part of the problem with people in America, they think that anybody that gets rich is smart on every category. He's not smart in every category. The guy he retweets white racist stuff, white supremacist stuff, and then he's tweeting some other dumb stuff. I'll give it to him as far as he found a good niche with the EV cars. He found a good niche with the PayPal. Um, some of his other ventures have really not been that great. Twitter. He changed Twitter a little bit. I don't think it's to its betterment. Twitter is kind of all over the place lately. It's lost a lot of revenue. He started being really arrogant and stupid, saying stupid, and he lost a lot of advertisers last year. That's just a dummy move. Why would you do that? And then, his Teslas are not going to be selling as much as they used to. There's two big automakers in the U.S. I think Volkswagen and GM. They have the capacity to outproduce him. Because they've been around. They've been in the game a lot longer. And they've actually sold more EV cars than him in the past 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And then you got the Chinese BYD, who they have 20% of the market share in the world. So, I don't think this guy knows anything about crypto. And he's always talking about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is, even the founders of Dogecoin are like, tell people it's a fluke.
But you know what? I still think he's smart because why?
Yeah,
because
I don't think he's
because
dumb.
everyone is talking about like how dummy he is to do all those things. But that's some like marketing smart.
Yeah, like I said, he's got a good knack for finding good projects and businesses at early stage and
and
growing them. But like I said, they give him too much credence and credit in America because he's rich. But the problem is everybody that's rich is not smart in every category. I'm sorry, you don't know science, you don't know religion, you don't know history. Trust me, he's tweeted some stuff that let me know he don't really know history. And he's interesting character, but no, don't follow him on crypto. Nobody. It's just it's a losing game. That's not the way you do crypto. Don't just jump on somebody else's bandwagon because they're rich. No, I've actually lost money because I was following a YouTuber that's what his strategy was, and I didn't know until after the fact that what he was doing was he was actually following wallets of rich people, and that's not the sound strategy because a lot of times there's crypto projects that will purposefully send crypto to rich people because they know people follow their wallets. So they have a new project, right? And they want to get it known. So they say, okay, well, let's send it to all of the rich people's wallets and everybody will think that they're connected with us. And so
Just
I
another
lost,
high
yeah,
jump.
I've lost at least 3,000 like that because this guy
Yeah.
was, yeah, the guy was following the guy I was listening to was that's what his strategy was. I didn't find it out till after the fact. He was giving these tips out, but people like Mark Cuban, who's also a rich guy, he's smart. He don't know nothing about crypto. He was somebody had he had made some deals with people and they gave him some crypto in his wallet, a couple crypto projects, and they went bust. So yeah, that's not like I said, that's not a sound crypto strategy. Anybody out there, don't follow the rich people just because they have a crypto wallet. But Jess, something more to say? We've been going. Wow, time flew today.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes already. Did you have anything more to add?
No,
Probably want
nothing.
to wrap it up. Enjoy our weekend here.
Yeah.
I got to get the little one back. It's a little bit late for her, and took the daughter here and enjoy Da Nang. Go to the Golden Bridge. Go to the beach. Go to the marble. Is it the Marble Mountain? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? Marble Mountain. The Dragon Bridge. Yeah, but she's trying to get some showbiz here. But
Yeah.
at any rate,
Maybe we
yeah,
can grab it up.
yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We'll just come back to you guys next week. And it's been a pleasure here from Da Nang. Have a good weekend, you guys.